We are going to be talking about a little bit about the sports community and how about, to be honest, this pandemic and with the whole BLM movement and this Marxism and ideologies coming up front, I'm really realizing how the sports journalists are no different than the news journalists. They are Marxist to the bone, also very left-leaning people, extremely ungrateful of the United States. They get a job, which is to talk about sports, almost like a dream job, and they portray the same attitude that the athletes are also portraying. Let's talk about Max Kellerman. This is a person who does a show on ESPN. ESPN is full Marxist, leftist, liberal. And but nobody knew about how these people were prior to this pandemic and the whole BLM movement. This guy right here, Max Kellerman, is a guy that does a show with what's his name? Stephen A. Smith, right? Stephen A. Smith, I've covered him a couple of times. I like Stephen A. Smith till the last time I covered him, which he just went full out liberal. Now I don't know if I could watch him anymore, to be honest. I used to like the way he voices his opinion. He's a black man with a lot of pizzazz, a lot of attitude, yelling, screaming. I love all that stuff. Hilarious to me, and it's exciting to me. I like that type of communicator, right? It's a little bit more true to how the way people communicate in real life, right? But this guy right here does a show with him, this Max Kellerman guy, and to be honest, he just seems like he's just trying to imitate Stephen A. Smith. The people that watch him will get this vibe off of him because he's a white man, obviously, and he's trying to come off like he's yelling and this, and that's not him. It looks like what he's doing, it's unnatural. But here he's talking about that the protesters, guys, believe it or not, are right-wing agitators. That the most of the protests are pacifist, a peaceful protest. This guy is let him tell you, man. This is just crazy.
A few of the things he said when he talks about like Black Lives Matter, 93% of the protests are.
Give me one second. Let me start this all over again because you guys need to hear this, man. This is just foolery to its maximum.
Black Lives Matter, 93% of the protests are peaceful.
You hear that?
Things he said when he talks about like Black Lives Matter, 93% of the protests are peaceful. The vast, overwhelming majority are peaceful. And by the way, the 7%.
What world is this guy living in? That the vast majority of the protests are peaceful. Is he crazy? Is he cuckoo? What is he talking about? What is this guy talking about? Like, seriously, do you watch the news? The vast majority of the protests where people are literally being killed, businesses are being destroyed. What news is these guys watching? Oh, maybe if they're watching CNN when there's a reporter and there's a fire in the back saying, oh, the protest is fiery, but it's peaceful.
That are not, they have a very broad definition of what's not quote unquote peaceful. For example, if you block traffic or something like that, or if you respond to police provocation. And even then, a big percentage of that, that wasn't peaceful, is actually outside agitators, extremist right-wing agitators posing as protesters in order to make the protests look bad. That's the first thing. When he talks about the middle of...
Come on, man. Come on. Come on, my dude. But again, this is ESPN, man. What do you expect? This is insanity. What world do you live in, my dude? Where are you living? What are you talking about, dude? You know why they speak like this? Because the protests have not come to their door. The violent protests have not teared down into his mansion, into his estate, into his guarded community where he lives. The second they come into his guarded community, he will not be speaking about these people like this, guaranteed. Yo, it's like this is like the cabal, right? The crazy. It's like they're organized around this ideologies and this movement. Like, yo, could we? Unless it's white guilt, that might be it. Also, white guilt is a hell of a drug, man. White guilt. Talking about ESPN, look at this guy right here, man. This is another person that works for ESPN. I think he has worked for ESPN like 20 years. His name is Mark Jones. And look at the fear that he's stoking what? Again, they don't live in the United States of America when they speak like this. What are you talking about? What are they talking about? This is, I think, was probably in response to the Breonna Taylor situation where the grand jury decided not to charge. Again, the grand jury, not the state grand jury, regular people, regular citizens, so that the evidence did not concord with charging the officers. And we're going to be talking about that later on, a little bit more about that. But this is what he says. Mark Jones from ESPN. Check this out. He does not live, I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe he's talking about someplace in the Middle East, but this is not America. Saturday at my football game, I'll tell the police officer on duty to protect me. He can just take the day off. I don't know what that FR that stands for. Look at this. I rather not have the officer shoot me because he feared for his life because of my black skin or other dumb ish. I am not signing my own death certificate. Maning. Ay. Yo. What world do these people live in? Seriously, like, look what this dude is saying. And this is the funny. Pay attention, guys. Do not believe because somebody quotes you a Bible verse or because somebody says that they're Christian. Don't believe none of that stuff. Let their actions prove. Look, he look at his description. Husband Jones, Sarah, husband blessed with 3 awesome king. POTUS, I don't know what, 44, my president. Oh, POTUS, my president. Okay, he's an Obama guy. Dewey, ESPN, play-by-play, NBA, and see that I got drip for sale. Joshua 1:9. They put a Bible verse, that does not mean they're Christian. They say that they're Christian, that does not mean they're Christian. A guy like this saying that an officer stoking this fear and this hate towards officers that have family, a guy like this is not Christian. Plain and simple. You do not cast such a broad blanket, a generalized term saying, I'd rather not have the officer shoot me because he feared for his life because of my black skin color. That does not happen in America. That does not happen in America. That is not America. Dude, that is not America. You do not get shot just because it's like this is what he's saying. The officer, no matter what he is, black or white, just goes up to somebody. Oh, there's a black one there. Blam, kill him. That's what this guy is saying. That's why people. Let's read some of the responses here. Yet you're the first person screaming for a police officer if you find yourself in trouble and needing help. That's how they are, hypocrites. The actress something Alyssa Milano, something, right, in LA, where she's tweeting stuff. So I hear about defund the police, defund LAPD, and yes, she called the police when somebody in her backyard was a kid with an airsoft gun shooting some squirrels or something like that. These are the people that call the police. When they talk about defunding the police, they only talk about defunding the police where there's high crime areas. And guess who live where there's high crime areas? A lot of the time, not always, white people live there too, but a lot of the times in high crime areas, I live in high crime areas right now. The people that live in high crime areas are blacks and Hispanics, blacks and brown people. That's who's going to get hurt the most when you're talking about defunding the police. But the thing is that, look at this guy right here, right? So he tweets that, and look at some of his pictures, right? Some of his more recent pictures. Well, look at him. A nice picture with Obama right there. Look at this. Look at this. What is it? This is a picture from 2018. So what are you talking about, dude? So the police now are racist? Look at this, man. Hypocrisy, man. This is crazy. What are you talking about, dude? Let's see. A young black dude actually found a bag which had popped out of our SUV. He was heading to the game and saw it in the ditch. He recognized my face and iPad. He handed it over to the officer at the parking lot. This was in 2018, and the officers gave it to him. So why are you stoking this fear against these individuals? This woman right here. How could you say that this woman is racist, dude? How can you say that this man is racist right here? You don't know these people. Insanity, man. Yo, we have a record. 16 people on the Valentine show. Incredible. I want to thank all the people that are subscribing, the people that are here. At 8:30, we are going to be turning on the phone lines. That way you guys could give me your opinions on a lot of the things. Today's a record, man. 16 people, the most that have been here live on a Valentine show episode every Friday from 8 to 9. We did a record. Great. We're going to be talking about the sweepstakes that we have, and the lines are going to be open. But again, this is what you have in sports media. I mean, it's just, and again, this is a guy as a journalist, a sports media guy who's able to sit down and watch a game and get in thousands upon thousands of dollars. That's why we should not be upholding these people who play sports and do all these things, who don't look, this woman and this man right here. Every time that woman, you know what this says today when you wear this right here that says police? Let me see if I can get it. You know what this says? This is a Target. What this is saying is hate me. Hate me. This woman, who knows, has a family, children. This man has a family, children. Every time they put on the uniform today, they are a target. They might not make it home because of just the nature of the job. And they still willingly sign up to do it to keep you and me safe. I think these people deserve our respect. Not LeBron James, not Mark Jones. Who are you, bro? Who are you? What have you done for me, my dude? People are crazy, man. Look at there are some people in sports media who are waking up and who are raising their voices and seeing that enough is enough. Look at Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley is mocked all the time. Charles Barkley, back in the 90s, did a commercial for Nike saying, I am not a role model. Don't look at me because I'm not a role model. And Charles Barkley, damn, you spoke for ages. Congrats to you, man. Athletes are not role models. Just think about it, guys. These people, all they do, they just shoot a ball, they kick a ball. That's all they do. They don't do anything special. Look what Charles Barkley did. It's getting ridiculed on social media for saying this.
I hear these fools on TV talking about defund the police and things like that. We need police reform and prison reform and things like that. Because you know who ain't going to defund the cops?
Who?
White neighborhoods and rich neighborhoods.
Yeah.
So that notion they keep saying that, I'm like, wait a minute, we just gonna leave, who are black people supposed to call? Ghostbusters? When we have crime in our neighborhoods, we need police reform. Like I say, white people, especially rich white people, they're always gonna have cops.
Facts.
So we need to stop that defund or abolish the cops crap.
And we started this
to really be.
That's facts, man. That's fact. That's just the truth, man. Where is this coming? Like this is more. You know, I think what they should do. They should empty out the whole state of New York, the whole state. Empty it out. Leave the liberals in here. Take all conservatives and all center people. Take them all out. Send them down south, anywhere else. Take the people from LA. Empty out Hollywood. Bring them to New York. Do a major wall around New York. Let the people in. Take out the police and the first responders and let them live there.